Sunday. First order 24 on Doordash. She's the one who lives in the alleyway where I had issues with the neighbors once, so I tried to seldom take her order, but today's so slow I was like, I need to take something. Alright, drop off is done. Now I stress out every time I come here because of the fucking neighbors. When they were blocking like the entire way and they didn't let anyone go. Like they were blocking the entire alleyway and they would not let me go. And then they were like, you have to wait for us to be done doing whatever we're doing. And I was like, no, bitch, I'm not on your time. Who are you? And she was like, can't you see we're doing something? And I was like, no, I can't, because you're in the middle of the fucking way and I cannot see shit. That's literally the point of blocking. Like, no one can see whatever business you're doing. And to be really honest with you, no one should have to give a shit about any business that you're doing. You have no business being in the middle of the way in the first place. Like, this is not a private alleyway. This is a shared alleyway. It's not like it was their driveway or anything. It's like the actual fucking road. Like, private driveway for every single neighbor. So you can't just go around and like blocking the entire way and be like, hey, you have to wait until we're done. I don't know. Are you paying me for my time? Anyway, she tipped $12. It would be so much easier for me because she's at the end of the alleyway, obviously. She's like the last house. And it's super narrow over there. So thankfully I have a small car. But if you want to make a U-turn with the long car, you're going to have a hard time. But it would be so much easier if she was opening the gates. And then we would be able to make a U-turn in her driveway, which is pretty big. But no, she always says, oh, leave it at the gate. And then you're like stuck trying to make a U-turn. It's either you make a U-turn or you back up the entire way to the neighbor's driveway and then you make a U-turn there. But they have cars parked on the side and the private alleyway is pretty narrow itself. So unless you're pretty skilled at making like backing up, which I am, but at the same time, I don't want to push my luck, you know. All right, this is a 72 on Instacart. Okay, so I had to make a few refunds and replacements on that order, so I don't know if it's gonna stay 72. Probably not. I've delivered to both of them, so it's not a problem. It's just that I don't know why the app was literally all messed up. So you had like stuff from the aisle 15 that was all the way up to the list where aisle 1 should be. And then you had aisle 14. You had several things that were supposed to be in aisle 14 that were all scattered through the list. So I kept going back and forth like a dumbass. Anyway, it's not a complicated order. It's just a little bit bulky. And their carts are just so unpleasant because there is no fucking space. Like, you can't put 2 orders comfortably in those carts. And that makes me really mad because I'm like, ugh. You know, but whatever. Just, it is what it is. I just grabbed 2 carts at checkout and everything was okay. But, and then tell me why. So you know when it's like vendors going to the store, like for the bread, for example, they don't receive it at the store directly. It's a vendor that comes and fill in the aisle, okay? Tell me why this dude, I should have taken a picture, honestly, just so you understand exactly what I mean. Pretty much, he decided to park his too big of a truck for a normal parking spot truck across my car. So you have like 2 lines of, you know, parking spots. Like you have one line, the aisle where the cars go, and another line of parking spots. He parked right across me. And obviously his truck is too big for the parking spot, so he was already like not fitting in the spot. And then he opened the truck, and obviously, like, you have the platform on which they put, like, they used to go up and down in the truck. So that takes a lot of space. So you couldn't, I almost couldn't get out of my parking spot. And I was like, and there was another guy talking to me, and he was like, there are parking spots everywhere, bro. Like, you had to park right here and block. And it was not just me. He was blocking like 2 or 3 other cars. Like, the parking lot is empty otherwise. Like, why do you go where literally you're gonna be a fucking nuisance? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Do you even think before you do things? And he was looking at us. I was like, bro, like, can't you see what you're doing? Oh, my goodness. Literally, like, I don't know, fucking IQ of a fucking pasta dish. Literally, just, there is nothing that connects in the brains of those people. Again, NPCs. Giving you a task, completing the task. Like, never even thinking of anything else. Waking up, eating, completing task. Eating, go to bed. Waking up, eating, completing task. Eating, go to bed. It's like the Truman Show, where everyone is like on repeat, you know? Like on the loop. That's exactly what those people are. Like, just animatronics. You know? Like, can't you just even, like, think for 3 seconds that if your truck doesn't fit in the parking spot, you might block everyone. I don't know, maybe or maybe it's just me, I don't know, maybe I should, like, lower my expectations to meet people's level. But when the level is so low, I don't think I should have to meet that, like, because it's lower than the minimum required to stay alive in this world, you know? Anyway, the first customer is like 7 minutes away. He does not have any bulky item today. Like, he doesn't have any pack of water, gallons of milk. Usually he orders like a lot of heavy stuff, but not today, so I'm happy with that. Thank you, Lord. When I got this order, I was in the store with the other guy who does Instacart and Uber, and basically he was like, oh my god, this is so slow today. And he had accepted a $12 order on Uber, and it took him so long to go do the order. Like, he waited in the car for like 15 minutes before even going inside the store. They took the order away from him, and I was like, oh, that's... And then I got this 72, and I was like, oh yes, thank you, Lord. Like, because it was so slow after the 24 on Doordash. I wasn't receiving anything at all, and I was like, oh no. Like, I need to make at least 170 today. This is the minimum required for this week. So I was like, so after this one, if it stays 72, I should be close to 100. So it's gonna help me for sure. Hopefully I get like 2 or 3 like that all day long, and then I can go home. All right, we're here. Okay, first drop off is done. If I don't misplace an item on this order, I'll be lucky. I feel like I fucked up, but I mean, when I went to check out, I literally put item by item on the freaking line because I was going through the list. So I don't think I did, but I feel like I did. You know what I mean? Like, when you're kind of like confused a little bit, but I don't think I did. Anyway, no one is gonna self-destruct because I forgot their chips, you know, even though it sucks. But anyway, 220. Second customer is 16 minutes away. Okay, can we pass the gear? Thank you. So I mean, I don't know why they paired those two together. I mean, I'm not unhappy about it because ultimately it's 9 miles, but it's it doesn't feel like 9 miles anyway. And those two orders together are pretty good. Even though the first customer is not necessarily an insanely good tipper, he still tips enough for me to consider taking his order, even when his order is on its own. So I don't consider him a bad customer at all. The second one is a good customer as well, but actually I don't remember if she was the one who tipped me really well last time. I don't know. I remember her name, and I know she lives in... Oh, of course! I know who it is. She's a great tipper. I was trying to remember who it was. She's in the gated community at the end of the dead end. Of course, that's her. I don't know why they paired those two together. They're so not on the same way. But what can I say? What can I do? You know, I'm not going to refuse an order because what's going on, you know? And he had frozen items, so I guess it's better that he got delivered to first. But I'm pretty sure he tipped lower than the second customer. But it is what it is. Instacart is the big boss in this game, and we have to play by the rules. Okay. Oh, that's heavy. Those stairs were definitely... Oh, Lord. Anyway. $236, $68.37. Please and thank you. I'm happy with that. I just lost $4. I was really, worried that I would lose $10 because of all of the refunds that I've made. But no, only 4. So... I would have taken it for 68. So I'm happy with that. 230. So 68 plus 24. 68 plus 20. 88 plus 4. 92. So not too far from 100. I wish honestly, I didn't remember that we changed time. So obviously... I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and then it was 3, and I just couldn't get up this morning at 8. I had put my alarm at 8, and I literally physically couldn't get out of bed. So, oh well, it is what it is. I probably would have made more money if I came earlier today, but we're not, it is what it is, Now I'm going to go back to the store and make the most of whatever Instacart, Doordash, and Uber want to send me. Alright, well, I stand corrected. The first customer tipped $22 and the second customer tipped $20. Pretty similar. They had similar sized orders, so I'm not surprised at all. Oh my god, this took me at least 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yeah. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Because of the driving. It took me 17 minutes to get to the first customer and 17 minutes to get to the second customer. So, literally 35 minutes just to drive. So, the 30 minutes after the hour was just the driving. Oh well. Oh well, what can I say? Alright, just accepted a 51 on Doordash. 2 people, 55 items, but I don't think that's... I think it's less because of the unit number. Alright, I'm done shopping. This took longer than it should. But, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna try to go faster than light if it's to make a mistake afterwards, Not that I make mistakes every day, but when you're going fast... Bitch! She literally was about to crash into me because she wanted to turn, and she looked at me like I was the one at fault. Excuse me, but you're supposed to fucking yield. I mean, I don't know, it's a pretty known concept, you know? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna go and try to go fast, because when you go too fast, that's when you make mistakes. And you know, on Instacart, I try to go as fast as I can, but okay, just go with your Tesla, please and thank you. But on Doordash, I don't really care. On Doordash and Uber, I don't really care, like at all. So it was a pretty easy order. First one has 15 items. Second one has 40-ish, but I think I refunded 2 or 3 things. I've delivered to both of them, so not a problem here, you know. They're just not on the same way at all, and they make me deliver to the smaller order first again for some reason. What do you want me to say? You know what I mean? I can't. I mean, I could, but whatever. If they're unhappy, they have to take it up with DoorDash at this point. You know, because it's literally one or the other. Like, there is not one of them that's closer to the other, if that makes sense. So it's really choosing who's gonna get the first order. And it's actually easier to go from the first one to the second one than the contrary. So that's what I'm gonna do and follow whatever DoorDash says. I don't think the second order is gonna be that mad that I went to deliver the first order first. I've had her before. I've delivered to her before. It's not a problem. Anyway, it's 4:37. My God. It's gonna be 5 p.m. in 20 minutes. With this one, I should be at like 140, so that takes us closer to 200. The guy who was always complaining that he wasn't getting any big orders, he got 112 today. And I was like, do you know how many times I have a $100 order on Instacart? Like, ever. I never get one. So I was like, maybe you should stop complaining and, you know, count your blessings, because clearly, come on, let's go. Clearly 112. I mean, you know, I was like, no one is seeing those orders. So instead of complaining all the time, maybe you should be happy that you're even getting them, let alone be able to take them. Okay, so actually, I stand corrected, because I did not realize that the first order was the bigger order with the alcohol. I've delivered to them before. She's really nice. She was ready with the ID. And second order is the second one, the smaller one. So it does make sense now. I don't know how much she tipped, because I have to complete the order to see, because it was like a bundle. It doesn't matter. Sorry. And they say 8 minutes to go to the second one. So it's not that bad, honestly. It's been an hour, though. I don't understand why it took me so long. It doesn't really matter, because I don't care. They're probably not I mean, that means that they're going to get the order within an hour and 30 minutes after placing the order. It's pretty good, in my opinion. Anyway. 4:48. It's so nice outside, and now you can see how much the days are like getting longer, because before, at that time, the sun was setting. Like in December, January, the sun was setting at 4:30. I can't wait for the long days to come back. I don't know how I'm gonna handle this summer, because last summer was really hard for me because of my place, but I moved now and we have AC, and you know, I'm probably not gonna be struggling as much, thankfully. You know, because last year I had no AC. and I had a small portable AC, and it was like 100+ degrees every single day in my house, at night, all the time. I struggled, honestly. In 2024, I fucking struggled with this freaking place, this freaking apartment that was like literally the made by the devil. I don't know what happened, but it looked like the perfect deal. And once I moved in, everything just fell apart. Like, no AC, no heat, no parking, no, they refused to let me park in the driveway, even though there was way more than enough space. So every night, almost every night, I was literally stuck parking somewhere else, far away from the house. And it's not like, you know, people are like, oh, you can walk. Yeah, I can. It's just like after a 10-hour day where I literally spent a freaking hour, like, can I do that? I don't know. I literally spent an hour in traffic in the morning, an hour in traffic at night. I drove the entire day. I want to be able to park in front of my house. And before I moved in, I asked them, like, is there parking included? And they were like, oh no, but don't worry, there is always parking in front of the house. And literally from day one, there was no parking in front of the house ever, because the neighbors had like 6 or 7 cars, and obviously their driveway was not big enough, so they were parking up like in front of our like mailbox. I don't know, I thought it was rude to park in front of someone else's mailbox. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I never had parking because we were in a dead end. I didn't have heat during the winter, so it was like 50 degrees in the house every day. Then in summer, I didn't have AC. It was 100 degrees every day. And before I moved in, I asked them, because I told them, look, I had an issue with barking dogs at my other place, the one I was leaving. And I was like, is there a barking dog here? Like, be honest with me. Because if there is, I might have to reconsider, like, moving. I hadn't signed anything yet. And they were like, oh no, it's super quiet here. Like, we have dogs, but they never bark. The neighbors, they have dogs, but they never bark. And maybe a week after I moved in, not even a week, I don't know if it was a new dog or whatever, but the neighbors 2 houses down from us, they had a fucking German Shepherd that they left outside 24 hours a day that never stopped barking. But when I tell you that this almost got me go crazy, because I couldn't sleep during the day, I couldn't focus on anything. Like, literally, it was like hell on earth. And I had a situation in my other apartment with a barking dog all the time. And I was like, that's not gonna repeat itself, is it? And it did. And I will put some videos in this video. like that I took of this dog at every hour of the day, every hour of the night. And it was a big dog, and it was in like maybe 2-3 meters of concrete outside. So obviously the shit was going insane. And it was dangerous. Anytime he would hear you walk in the street, it would throw itself on the gate like a dog with fucking rabies. It was insane. And coupled with the traffic morning and night, it drove me insane. And now I have to take them to small claims because they also try to scam me on my freaking deposit. They were late and they took $1,300 out of my $1,500 deposit. All right. Anyway, this is a story for another day once the small claims are done. But yeah, hopefully this year is going to be more quiet, more enjoyable, and nicer for everybody. All right, done. Wow. This car sometimes just does whatever it wants. Anyway, first customer tipped $18, second tipped $4.80. I'm not surprised because she didn't have that many items. I mean, she could have tipped a $5 tip, but okay. The base pay is $28. Doordash base pay is, you cannot match with it. Like, the base pay on all of those apps is Doordash. That's why on Doordash I almost never get a Prop 22 payment, because the base pay is so high, they actually pay me correctly when I get the order, at least on shopping orders. And on Doordash, like, my Prop 22 every week is like $7, $8. And on Instacart it's like 50, 70, sometimes it's 100. Anyway, I don't know how much money I've made. $68.37 on Instacart. Oh, Lord. Let me do the math. $143. We're almost there. Okay, $6.39. Lord, it's slow. On my way to deliver, I think it's 22 on Doordash. Going like 3 minutes away from here. Everything was in stock except the eggs, and I replaced it, so all good. And I've delivered to her before, not a problem. But yeah, slow as hell. It's gonna be 7 p.m. in 20 minutes. Oh, I know why the days are longer. It's because we changed time. Of course. Duh. Before it was 5:30. That's why now I was like, why is it so late? And the sun is still like almost not setting. Anyway, it took way too long for my brain to actually understand. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's so slow. There are like a billion Russian dudes down there just waiting, just having lunch, waiting for orders with their 700 phones. One guy just literally ran the stop sign, but didn't even try to stop. Alright, drop off done. $10 tip. Please and thank you. I'm so amazed and baffled at how many people just can't do the simplest things. Stopping at a stop sign. Like the easiest request, rule, order to follow. Like, as a grown-ass man, it shouldn't be that hard. follow orders like that. We're not asking you to do a triple backflip. We're asking you to stop at the stop sign. You're in the vicinity of a school, first of all. I understand this is Sunday. Still, kids are gonna live around here, you know? Like, you literally do not need to be driving 80 miles an hour in a residential area. You just don't. Like, it's the easiest thing to do, and even that, people still can't follow that, still can't do this shit. No wonder y'all have no discipline, no respect for nothing, for no one, for yourself. This is pathetic. Like, literally no life ethics, no values whatsoever. I don't know. And then people are like, I don't understand why she doesn't want to be my friend. You are the company you keep, and I do not keep people like you around me. This is really not it's a pretty easy concept, in my opinion. Like I do not entertain people like that, and I don't want you around me. And if your values don't align with mine, at some point we're gonna have a problem. Because how do I explain to someone that if they can't follow the simplest rule of stopping at the stop sign, that means that they are lacking in every area of their life? Like, that means you are lacking in every area of your life. All right, I just received a $42 order on Doordash, but it's 50 items. I don't know, I took it. Whatever, 42. I don't know how much money I had. 98 on Doordash, probably 68 on Instacart. Yeah, so 158-ish. And with this one, I'll be at over 200. So, please and thank you. I thought I wasn't gonna make it today because it's so slow, but we made it. Thank you, Lord. He had to park right here. I like to park on that spot because when you come out, you don't have to back up from the spot. And some dude arrived at the exact same time as me and just parked across me. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Arrived at store. Wow, Instacart is busy, but it's all shit orders. Let me see what's going on. Alright. Shannon. Oh no! It's that house of the fucking devil! Oh, I knew there had to be a catch. It couldn't be an easy order. Driveway is bumpy. No shit, Sherlock. There is a fucking pothole this fucking deep. And I shit you not, I am not exaggerating. Oh, I knew it couldn't be easy. Like, I had to struggle today, yesterday, tomorrow, every day of my life. I'm gonna keep it, but fuck that shit. Okay. Shopping is done. Checkout is done. This took me 45 minutes. A little bit less than that, maybe 40 minutes. Can you stay in your lane, please, sir? Or do you have to be on mine as well? It's a serious question. Like a legit question. Like, why are you half on my fucking line? I had to refund one thing, I think. I don't know, it doesn't matter on Doordash. I don't care. I just care about her fucking driveway. And I remember the last time I delivered to her, I vowed to never deliver to her again. See, never say never. It's not, the order itself is okay. It's just like, my car is really low, and her driveway sucks. She literally says it in her notes. Driveway is bumpy. No, it's not bumpy. It's completely destroyed. I don't understand how you can expect people to drive in this fucking driveway without thinking, oh, they're gonna completely destroy their cars. This is a red light, sir. Goodness. And they just like act like they don't see it. They just act like we don't see them passing the red light. Anyway, can you please go? It's 7:38, so I'll be done by, I don't even know how long it's gonna take me to get there and deliver. Probably around like 8 p.m. and then I need to come back. I'm happy though, because that means I'm making 200 today. And honestly, considering how slow it was, I'm pretty happy with everything, because I think I got lucky on Doordash today. They sent me a $50 order, a $42 order, a $24 order. Honestly, can't complain today. I made more money on Doordash than Instacart. Do you know how many times this happens? 0. So, counting my blessings for sure. Alright, let me show you this. Hope the freaking blue cheese sauce did not break, because she asked me to put everything in the kitchen and I had so many bags on my fingers. There is one bag that fell literally on the ground. And first of all, look at this. This is light. And the fucking blue cheese sauce was in there. And I really hope, and I saw her like take a paper towel, so I really hope, oh my goodness, that it didn't break. Anyway, see? I refuse to come here. And that's exactly why. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And they have the fucking bins on the right side. So you would think, oh, I'm gonna go on the right side to avoid the fucking pothole on the left. Well, you can't. Huh? And that's why I refuse to come here. She's nice. She's fun. I mean, she's fine. Her order is fine. She tipped $19, so it's easy. But this fucking driveway literally just destroyed the bottom of my car. I mean, you heard. This is just a joke. Good Lord. I took this order, when I saw who it was, I was like, okay, I know where this is going. But I guarantee you that if I didn't have to make 200 today, I would not have taken this order. For $42, for $52, for $72, for $102, I would not have taken this order. Fuck that. Did you see? Did you see this big ass potholes? And it's not just one. It's literally all the way to the driveway. This is awful. Like, why would you even live here? I just don't get it. Oh, this has to be stressful. Every time you come out of the house, you wonder if you're not gonna literally destroy your car on the way out. No thank you. Anyway, 7:56. I'm gonna go back to the store. I don't care. I'm upset about this because this is just not fun at all. What the fuck is going on with those lights? I'm upset about it because I really hope the sauce didn't freaking break. I checked and it didn't look broken, but I'm not gonna put my hands in her freaking grocery bags in front of her. You know what I mean? I don't think she would hold it against me, but you know, you never know with the rich people. You never know what they might do or think.